Welcome to another amazing review. I am Omar, if I haven't said that before, and welcome. Glad to have you guys back here. We're continuing our series on JSW products. Thank you very much, JSW, for sending them to me to be reviewed. And right now, we are going to look at this JSW multifunction hand mixer, 6-speed turbo hand mixer. I had to say that because the turbo, you have on the side too? The turbo is in capital letters. That's important. That means you have to give it emphasis. All right. Now this is really important. This is really timely. Mind you, this is going to be online. You guys can watch it anytime. But we know that we're going into a season where people are going to be maybe doing a bit more baking, and it's very useful to have something like this, particularly because does it come with the bowl? Yes. Thank you for asking that. It does actually come with the bowl you see in the picture. Okay. So this is an all-in-one solution. It would probably make a great gift, I guess. If someone likes that. I would hazard you about buying a gift that is an appliance for someone that will feel offended by buying them an appliance. But you'll know what you're doing, okay? Yeah, don't say that Omar sent it to you to buy it as a gift for someone. But we can talk about any of it all by itself. So, what's on the box? It says 6-speed turbo hand mixer. It has 6 speeds. It has an eject button. What's that for? The eject button, of course, is so you can... Actually, I'm gonna have to look at this. The eject button traditionally would be to eject the beater attachments or the dough hooks from the device. So it needs to have an eject. But we're gonna see. We're gonna take a look at it. Whipping and much more. That's for whipped cream, whipping food-based products. Okay, 110 volts, 50 hertz, specially designed for blending and mixing. 2 hooks for dough mixing and 2 beaters for eggs and cream. Now, that's actually a really important thing, and I'm glad they include the multiple hooks, because when you are mixing dough, you're kneading dough. The process of kneading dough is a whole different process for when you're just mixing eggs or cream or milk, okay? The dough hooks are shaped the way they are, and I'm gonna show you guys, so that the dough is folded on itself, not stirred around and aerated. That changes the texture of the dough, it will change the texture of whatever you're cooking or baking. Okay, but let's take a look. I like the box, I like the packaging. It feels sturdy. The box is freestanding. I don't feel like it's gonna fall apart in my hand. Like we saw before, it does mention its Facebook and Instagram linkages, but again, a very cool feature for the JSW line to have. Quick and easy to make delicious desserts. Enjoy making no-bake desserts with easy mixing. That's a thing, no-bake dessert. Make delicious desserts. Okay, I like this. I like the packaging. I like the look. Let's open it up. What do we got inside here? So, par for the course with the JSW products, I'm seeing a instruction manual, all right, included on the inside. It says, know your mixer. And it does speak about the different beaters, the dough hook. Really important, it says there's a right dough hook and a left dough hook. I have to admit, I did not think that would have been the case, but that's important. Turbo button, speed selector, mixer, headlock button. Oh yeah! No, it's not that type of headlock. It's to lock this device onto the base. All right, we're gonna take a look at this. So this would be the hand mixer unit by itself. And now we have, these are your beaters and dough hooks, okay? All right. Beater 1. It's like a little puzzle. Aha! Beater 2 and your 2 dough hooks. And you guys would have to see this, that they actually curve differently. They're not curved the same way, okay? So there are 2 different, there's not the identical curvature of 2 hooks there, of each hook. Each hook is curved differently, and that is so each hook independently will adjust how the dough is being aerated and turned around. Cool, good. And then on the inside is the mixing base. We're gonna open this up first. Okay, so this is actually a plastic body. I did not expect it, but I kind of should have, because it's very lightweight, which also in its own right is very good. So we have this little button here. This would be to raise and lower the head attachment. This is the headlock part, and here's the bolt. So yes, the bowl is included and it is ridged, which is also very nice. Easy for grabbing, easy for gripping, easy to clean. It has how would I describe this? A part of the plastic on the bowl is designed to fit very securely into the base of the unit so it stays nice and secure. Great. We're gonna rest this in here. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't give it a good look over. All right, so we are looking at 200 watts of power, voltage 110 volts. Okay, and now we can see that there is a very easy to read speed selector and turbo button here, and here's your ejector. That is the ejector to remove the attachments. So we're gonna go ahead and insert these. There'll be a very nice resounding click, so you can know when you've seated them properly. There you go. And then this would all sit on here. Oh, I did a silly thing. Eject. The whole thing goes on. So say you wanted to use it without the stand, you could. You insert them as I did and you just plug in and you go. But if you're gonna use it on the stand, it's seated to the stand and then you insert the beaters here. So you're gonna put them through the plastic, which also is pretty cool. That's an extra level of stability right here. Okay. And then you press the button and you're good to go. So your device is in here and you're gonna go ahead. I didn't click them in. Right, now they're clicked in. So now that we've safely inserted the beaters, we're gonna put the bowl on. All right, close the whole assembly down. And there you go. You are good to go. So the cool thing about it is as well, the reason that the bowl is ridged is that there is a small gear. I'm gonna lift it up and show you. There's a small gear right around here. Can you guys see this? There's a small gear right on the base of the unit that will actually rotate the bowl because the gear is turning as well. So that's a really cool feature I did not realize was in there. That's why it fits in so nicely. So when we turn this on, now this whole thing will spin. And this is the button, the headlock button. So you press this, you'll be able to remove the hand mixing unit. Now I'm not gonna mix any dough here, but I gotta say, I like the overall build of the unit. I like the coloring, it kind of matches the whole JSW theme. Their black and white theme is very clean. It will look good in the kitchen, maybe if we're focusing on white styles or we're making like a stainless steel and a black theme. It can still look good in your kitchen. I like that the bowl is ridged. I did not realize that was a feature until I started to actually like really look around the unit. And that gear that will allow the whole unit to turn is pretty cool too. The turbo button, I'll give that a try. The ejector is easy to read. The buttons are easy to press. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try this thing out. Let's see what we can make this thing do. And I did not put in the door hooks because there's no real need. But guys, you saw the door hooks. So we're gonna go ahead and test this out, but I gotta say, I like the overall feel of it. I think it would be useful if someone is gonna be doing a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, particularly a lot of mixing of different things, especially if you're into making a very specific type of dough. I will admit it's not a very large bowl, but I think that's okay because you can always take the whole unit off and use any bowl you have access to, right? Let's plug this thing in, test it out. All right, so we got this thing all plugged in and powered up. Let's test it out. The whole thing is spinning. I like this. Let's crank up the power. All right. There's a definitive difference. There's a definitive difference in the speeds, and I like that because some products, when you get them, they say, "Oh, 5 speeds of power," and then you change the setting. There's no difference. This, you can hear the difference. I can see the difference. And now we're gonna try the turbo button. Now, someone might ask, why do you want a turbo button? Yeah, I think of it similar to how you see the pulse button on a blender. So it's already doing something, or you want to do something else. So you kind of just press the turbo button, the pulse button, do a little different. Rather than having to increase the speed overall, you just want to leave it on the same speed. You get a burst of power, do something a little extra. Maybe you see some lumps forming in your dough. You're like, oh no, not a lump. Press the button, and then you got turbo. I can feel the difference. I can feel it shaking the whole thing. It's got turbo. Now, okay, so I gotta say, this is pretty impressive. I'm gonna put this aside and I examine it from the side. JSW multifunction stand mixer. Hey, okay, there's a mark on the side to tell you which of these hooks goes where. That's a cool feature. Let me see if I can get you guys to see that. On the side, there's a small little mark that tells you which of the two hooks goes in that side. So that's cool too. Props to JSW for doing something like that I didn't even expect. I like the form factor. It's small, but it's functional. It is definitely powerful. I like the turbo button. I like the ease of use. I like the fact that it's technically one-handed operation. I would not do this if it's full of food. Don't do that. But it's easy to move around, whether you want to keep it on your kitchen counter or put away. How amazing is it? This thing is amazing. This thing is amazing. I like it, and I think you guys would like it too. Now, the question is, I mean, it's an amazing beater. It has these really great dough hooks. But how well does it iron your clothes? Let's check it out. Don't move. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see. It's important. You gotta find out. I suppose that's disappointing. So it doesn't iron your clothes very well, but it is a great hand mixer and stand mixer. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Amazing Reviews. We have more JSW products. Keep watching, keep clicking, and I'll see you next time.